First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here between the Houston Oilers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Young Wei Koo all set to do the honors, and we are underway from Atlanta. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The play fake. Here's Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league. Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the number 1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. Throwing again here, Wilson. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now Wilson on first down. That's once again complete to Chark. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They go play action now. Wilson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Miles Sanders with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Oilers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their 25-yard line.
Field black. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Ready.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
52 Blaster.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. We can look at this defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One of the things we always talk about heading into a game, who's going to set the tone early and very early on here? We're seeing the defense is showing they're going to continue to break pressure.
They smelled that early 3 and out, brought the pressure, and the hit forced the incompletion. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Play action. Now Wilson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Fight, 97. Ready.
Again, it's Robinson. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Back to throw, Ritter. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And taken right at the 35. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And Shark hauls it in. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Zach Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Oilers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He's got it complete to Perkins. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now it's Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25.
Here we go, set.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. As we've seen, their first two drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
In motion, that's Tolbert.
Needle blue. Set.
Ritter back to throw.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first three drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now here's Bradley Pinion now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Play action. It's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Now Wilson changing the play.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing on first down.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Miles Sanders, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Oilers continue to pull away here in this first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because Only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap.
Right.
Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Ready?
Back to the air on second down. Here's Ritter again.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. That is caught. And some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ready.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Falcons get a bit closer.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make it 24-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Wilson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Albert O, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Oilers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Oilers 31, Falcons 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. There he goes, right side.
Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Houston.
Albert Okwuegbunam
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Oilers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hut, hut.
Here's Ritter. That's into the hands of Tolbert. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Ready?
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD. And now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He's got it complete to Perkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now it's Wilson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DJ Chark from 19 yards away. And the Oilers are pouring it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's up.
He's got a man, complete. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 55 yards. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes. Thousand yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving core to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Dumps this one off to Algier.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Third down, here's Patterson.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Looking to throw. Reese. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Dragon 60.
Back to throw. Reese. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Scotty Miller from 3 yards out.
And the Falcons are able to claw one back. Coup for the extra point.
So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
60 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Chark the motion man right.
On 1st down, Wilson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DJ Chark, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Oilers extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
18, Pioneer. Ready, ready?
Throwing again. Reese. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
This is fielded at the 27.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards.
At their own 43-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Buying time to his left.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Wilson.
To the sideline and incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Let's go.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. Reese. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them. As you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Warriors 70. Buffalo 18.
Throwing to start the drive. Reese. That's thrown underneath to Algier. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 tight, 19 tight.
33-yard line.
Unlock right.
To throw on 2nd down. Reese. He finds his man. Complete. It's Reed. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Back to throw. Reese. He's got this to Algier. And he'll go down at the 28. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
19 Light. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready, ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Let's go now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll look to throw again. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. Wilson wants to throw it. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. A very solid gain of 27. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Now Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. To throw is Wilson. That's once again complete to Chark. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. That swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Again, Wilson. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here.
And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdote.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go, Scott. 65 cat, 65 cat.
Looking to throw. Reese. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw. Reese. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth when I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Now the shorty clean the finish, I'm a diamond and to run it back. Used to have a silver tooth when I was just a pup. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. How that shorty clean the finish, I'm a diamond and to run. First order of biz, no snitching.